Greetings everyone. Let's start with the today's topic, that is basic concept of management. Here we'll learn about decision making and decision making process. So jumping on to the first topic, which is decision making. What is decision making? Decision making is an integral part of modern management. Essentially, rational or sound decision making is taken as the primary function of management. Every manager takes hundreds and hundreds of decisions subconsciously or consciously, making it as the key component in the role of a manager. Decisions play an important role as they determine both organizational and managerial activities. Decision making is an integral part of modern management, as decisions are made at every level of management to ensure organizational or business goals that are achieved. Further, the decisions make up one of core functional values that every organization adopts and implements to ensure optimum growth and reliability in terms of service and other products offered. Now let's talk about decision making process. Decision making is an integral part of modern management. As I've already explained why, as the rational and sound decision making is taken as a primary factor under the management, decision making process embarks its own importance. Decision making is the process of making choices by identifying a decision, gathering information, and assessing alternate resolutions. There is a 7 steps that make your decision making more effective, which is the first step is identify the decision. You realize that you need to make a decision. Try to clearly define the nature of decision you must make. This first step is very important. The second step here is gather relevant information. Collect some information before you make decision. What information is needed, the best source of information, and how to get it. This step involves both integral and external work. Some information is internal, you'll seek it through the process of self-assessment. Other information is external that you'll find online. The third step here is identifying the alternatives. As you collect information, you will probably identify several possible paths of action or alternatives. You can also use your imagination and additional information to construct new alternatives. In this step, you will list all possible and desirable alternatives. The fourth step is weighing the evidence. Draw your information and emotions to imagine what it would be like if you carried out each of the alternatives to the end. Evaluate whether the need identified in step 1 would be met or resolved through the use of each alternative. The fifth step is choose among alternatives. Once you have weighed all the evidences, you are ready to select the alternative that seems the best one for you. You may even choose a combination of alternatives. In step 6, which is take action, you are now ready to take some positive action by beginning to implement the alternatives you chose in step 5. The seventh and the last step is review your decision and its consequences. In this final step, we have to consider the results of the decision and evaluate whether or not it has resolved the need that we were trying to identify in step 1. If the decision has not met the identified need, you may want to repeat certain steps of the process to make a new decision. For example, you might want to gather more detailed or somewhat different information or explore additional alternatives. Thank you.